The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World. Stop number 6 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series for Season 37 brings us to Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee, as we're here today for the running of the Food City 500. If you want 75 laps of short track madness and mayhem, well, you got it today here at the world's fastest half mile. So here's your starting lineup here for today's running in the event. Here on the pole at 124 miles an hour is Ali Liara in car number 16, the Family Channel Ford. Starting alongside of Ali is, well, same manufacturer, but one number down, number 15, the Quality Care Ford. It is Colin Cropley on board. He won the last race on the tour at Darlington. Going to row number 2, it's car number 6. It's Seth Cohen, the Valvoline Ford. He's alongside Quentin Moore, the Daytona 500 champion, the Citgo Ford, car number 21. Third row has Keith Batson and 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. He has the inside lane. He's on the outside of him is the Maxwell House Pontiac, car 22, Dylan Poteet behind the wheel. Going to row number 4, it's car number 12, the unsponsored Ford, Destin Bolin. A great qualifying run for him in that unsponsored number 12. We'll see if he can manifest himself into a good run here today. He's alongside number 40. It is Michael Turner in the Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac. Next row down has car number 23. It is Eric Sadler in the Smokin' Joe's Ford, and number 10, Tide Ford. It is Kat Benson. Kat will be carrying one of our in-car cameras in today's race. Next row down has number 42, Bryce Egan, a rookie in this series and also rookie in the Duracell Cup Series as well, too. The Mellow Yellow Pontiac, car 42. And number 81, JT Bryant in the TIC Financial Ford. Next row down has number 43, Nathan Hudson in the STP Pontiac. And beside him, number 17, it is Reggie Vogelman in the Western Auto Chevrolet. Next row down has number 4, Eric Monaco, the Kodak Film Chevrolet, and number 24, DuPont Chevrolet, Caleb Fogler behind the wheel of that car. Next row down has Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet in the car number 3. He won the season at Atlanta. He has our second in-car camera, and our third camera, in fact, lies alongside of him, Kyle Matthews, number 25, Kodiak Chevrolet. Kyle was winner this season at Rockingham. Next row down has number 8, Joshua Osborne, the Ray Bestis Ford. His best finish this season is second in the Daytona 500. He is alongside number 27. It is Joshua Sekuli. So you got a pair of Joshuas on that row, and both of them driving Ford. Sekuli in number 27, Osborne in number 8. Next row down has Quaker State Ford, car 26, driven by Daniel Voiles, and beside him number 9, Ryan Brommer in the Orkin Pest Control Ford. Next row down has number 71, Matt McIntyre, the Olive Garden Chevrolet, a hard luck driver this season, I should say, too. Beside him, number 77 is Laura Chung in the US Air Ford. See, Matt McIntyre give the Olive Garden the first finish of the season as well, too, with that car. Next row down has number 41. It is Mitchell Hodak in the Meineke Ford, or Meineke Chevrolet, I should say, number 41. And beside him, number 98, it is Emmanuel Hartnett in the Fingerhut Ford. Next row down has number 30, Zachary Fitzwater in the Pennzoil Pontiac, and number 19, Carson Gum in the Hooters Ford. Next row down has number 75, Zach Winkle in the Factory Source of America Ford, and number 2, Dylan Young in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Next row down is number 31, Alex Hawkins in the Hardee's Chevrolet number 31, and number 7, Paul Minnick in the XI Batteries Ford. Next row down has number 11, the point leader, Jessica Shelton, in the number 11, Budweiser Ford, coming from way out back, and alongside of her, also way out back too, one of the top runners, it is Alex Miller in number 33, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. Next row down, number 18, Nathan Orman, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet, and number 90, Wyatt Quayle in the Heilig Myers Ford. And starting shotgun is number 5, Phil Parker, and number 1, Trent Dunham, sitting alongside here. Dunham in the number 1, Skull Classic Ford, and Phil Parker in the number 5, Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. So there's your starting lineup for today's race at Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee, Food City 500. Stop number 6 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series in the first of 3 straight races on the short track. North Wilkesboro will be next on the tour for the first Union 400, and then after that will be at the Goodies, will be the STP 500 at the shortest and the slowest, Martinsville Speedway. That's number 7 and 8. Here's the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, start your
And again, the interest of sim racing here today at Norfolk. Where are we, Walls? At Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee. And Space Movies will have a pit up with the green flag. We'll be back to the race ready for start right after this. Ford's making a clean sweep in the top 5 spots in qualifying here at Bristol as the pace car comes off of the pit road. Green flag flies and the Food City 500 is on. Ali Liard gets a tremendous jump on the brake, and almost 3 wide there in turn number 3 right there. Seth Cole caught in a sucker hole between him, Keith Batson, and Colin Cropley. Cropley had to back up the throttle off turn number 4. 75 laps of distance here today at Bristol Motor Speedway. Keith Batson, second position is where he's at right now. And how about Destin Bowen, that number 12 car, that unsponsored number 12, up to the 3rd position in that machine. Great start to the race so far for him. And Eric Sadler, who had a good run the last race on the tour at Darlington, he's at the 4th position right now. And Destin Bowen, I tell you, that car could be one of the ones to watch today. He's trying for 2nd position. He started, let's remember, in 7th place, and it's already up to 2nd in 4 laps. That car is awfully fast here at Bristol. Let's see. He could be, like I said, he could be one of the guys to watch here today in the early portion of this event. So right now it is Ford's in the front 4 spots, and you got 2 Pontiacs. Well, you had 2 Pontiacs all together as the 4 car of Eric Monaco now tries to break that up in the Chevrolet, the Kodak film machine, trying to get by Nathan Hudson, the winner at Richmond, in that number 43 machine. And Colin Cropley trying to gain back what he lost, trying to get, if he gets past Joshua Osborne in number 8. He and as not only the Cropley getting by Osborne, but also Cole Deaver and maybe Matt McIntyre in that 71 car. As Osborne and Seth Cole both up on the high side there. Awfully clean start so far at Bristol. I will definitely say that for sure here. Usually the first 8 laps of the race we have a caution flag or so, usually, but not here today. I tell you, GNS physics here with the Cup 90 mod, you can't beat that. Obviously, here is what we've been using most of the season so far, at least. Cropley gets actually trying to get past the 4 car right there. As you see the battle between Matt McIntyre and Nathan Hudson. McIntyre in the 71, Hudson in the 43 machine. That is 9th and 10th on your screen. Cole Deaver up ahead in the 3 car, and the 15 of Cropley in the 4 car of Eric Monaco, who runs right now in 6th position. Eric Sadler running in 5th, then it's Bryce Egan, then it's Batson, Boland, and Liara, the top 10. Or the leader, should say. And Deaver gets another spot. That puts him 7th right now in the order. And Matt McIntyre dives inside, gets past Cropley. And Zachary Fitzwater tried to go inside there, but instead gets cut off by that 41 car of Cropley's quasi teammate Mitchell Hodak in that number 41 machine. And look, I tell you, and look who is moving through the field fast. We said she was starting back somewhere in the 30s. Well, guess who's up to 12th? That number 11 car. Dear gosh. Jessica Shelton started way back in somewhere in about 30th or 32nd, something like that, and she is started like somewhere like 20, like 31st, 33rd, something like that, and she's up to, well, she was 12th. That's Nathan Orman and Zachary Fitzwater gets away, but nonetheless, she's still moving up though quickly. She's now running 14th right now. Shelton is, but falls back in line between Zachary Fitzwater and Phil Parker. And in fact, you got 2 Hendrick cars right there together. Phil Parker in the 5 and Caleb Vogler in 24. So he now tries to hold off Daniel Voiles in 26. Vogler 16th, Voiles running 17th, and Parker up ahead of him in 15th position. And here comes Fitzwater now getting by as well, too. And here comes Parker to the left side of Shelton. Some good racing so far here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Michael Turner, who had a good top 10 start. He's dropping back a bit right now, too. But somebody else is moving up. That's Dylan Young. Up now to the 19th position goes the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Go back to the front of the field. Ali Liara still leading right there. To refresh your memory, for those of you first watching the series for the first time here, Ali Liara, a driver formerly known as Johnny Gardner. Story in this gets better left untold, but still, back when she was Johnny Gardner, she had won actually was a winner of the very first Castrol GTX Cup Series event today, Season 1 Daytona 500, and also was the Season 8 champion, also when she was Johnny Gardner. She changed her name to Elliot Liara about I think 3-4 years ago, something like that, I forget which, but driving her favorite paints and driving definitely her all-time favorite paint scheme, the number 16 Family Channel 4, that's the Ted Musgrave colors for 1994. She'll be driving that same scheme again next season, and for season 38 for the Cup 98 model when you go to the 1995 Winston Cup car set. But how about these two guys having some tremendous runs right there? Keith Batson right there, one of the top guys running up behind in third and fourth position. But following two impressive drivers so far, Bryce Egan, who driving a car that usually we would be saying Kyle Matthews would be driving the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, but Matthews this season driving the number 25 Kodiak machine, his favorite 94 scheme, the Ken Schrader cars, but Bryce Egan driving the Kyle Petty colors of the Mellow Yellow Pontiac, running right now second in the order. He's a rookie not only in this series, but also in the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. That's the main series on this channel that Seth Cole runs, the head honcho of this series. Seth right now, by the way, running in the 28th position right now. Seth has dropped way back. But nonetheless, Bryce Egan is a newcomer in this series, so he is a tremendous... I tell you what, the way he's running around. Oh, and Ali Liara got off the wall, come on turn number 2. Bryce Egan closed up tremendously. And he's got the lead in his sights right now as we're talking about him. But he's a rookie in the series and only in his 6th start in this series, and he is already showing some flashes of brilliance right now. And I tell you what, the way he's running right now, I may not be sleeping on this guy as maybe not a championship contender. Well, only time will tell when we go to the finale at Atlanta for the Napa Auto Parts 500, but nonetheless, so Bryce Egan running strong right now, and as this is number 12 car, Destin Bowen, the unsponsored black unsponsored number 12, running right now third in the field, maybe second, because here comes inside of Egan for that position. No dice for the moment, but got a battle for the lead going on right here, and here comes Keith Batson to the low side. That's for third position. The Robert Yates Ford, the Texaco Haviland machine. Matt McIntyre running 5th position. There's Eric Seller in 6th position. 7th is Eric Monaco. 8th is Mitchell Hodak. 9th is Nathan Hudson. 10th is Colin Cropley. As he's now moving in the top 10 right now, Cropley dominant at Darlington. He won that event. And the man behind him is the man who won the race before that at Atlanta, Cole Deaver. Phil Parker running in 12th position. 13th is Nathan Orman. 14th is Caleb Vogler. 15th is Zachary Fitzwater. Then it's Michael Turner. 16th is Dylan Young. 17th. 18th is Daniel Boyles. Quentin Moore running 19th in the Daytona 500 champion, the Citgo machine. And Emmanuel Hartnett right now runs in 20th position. Joshua Sekuli 21st. Jessica Shelton 22nd. Trent Dunham getting off the wall in that number 1 car. Kat Batson running 23rd right now. Kat started up in the top 10 herself, and she has dropped back big time. Ryan Brommer, 24th position. Trent Dunham started last in 38th position. He's now moved at 13 spots to 25th, maybe 24th here if he goes inside. Dylan Poteet also dropped back a bit in that Maxwell House Pontiac. Poteet had that heartbreaker down at Richmond, Virginia, and where he was defeated with the remaining in the race right there as he and lost the lead, but he did finish second in that race though. But boy, it was a heartbreaker for Poteet. He is in the All-Star race though, regardless, because he's the former series champion, obviously, in the Maxwell House machine. But he would like to get himself a win as well too, but he's got 37 laps to try to move himself up to the field right now, because he's way back in 25th position. Another former champion up behind him, that's Kyle Matthews in 25, the Ken Schrader cars and colors. Kyle, a former champion himself as well too. He won at Rockingham this season, and usually we'd be seeing Kyle Matthews in the Mellow Yellow Pontiac usually, but Kyle has said this is his favorite 1994 paint scheme, the Ken Schrader cars, and Schrader is one of Matthews' all-time favorite drivers. And as I was talking about him, he gets wrecked off turn number 2, and Matthews into the wall. And that's going to be caution number 1, and Ali Liara gets by him to put him a lap down. So caution number 1 flying on lap number 41 at Bristol Motor Speedway. There's what happened. The Matthews were there. Gets hit by Trent Dunham, then gets turned by Joshua Sekuli in the 27 car. And into the wall goes the number 25 Kodiak Pontiac, and you saw him get lapped right there. But I was talking about Matthews when all this was happening too. So Kyle, if you're watching this, blame me on that one. I own that mistake. Anyway, Matthews running right now 38th position, unfortunately for him, but remaining right now on the lead lap as something is wrong there. Oh, you got pit stops happening right now among the leaders. Ali Liara coming off pit road first right there. There's Keith Batson leaving pit road. No, Destin Boland beat Ali Liara off pit road, so Destin Boland's going to be your leader. Looks like. There's Liara, second position. Third right now is Keith Batson. Bryce Egan was fourth coming out of the pits, and Nathan Hudson was fifth coming out of the pits. And there you see that. What in the heck? Richie Vogelman and JT Bryant get a little cozy on pit road. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, some of the back of the pack cars who pit on the back stretch right are pitting right now. There is Carson Gunn coming in, Mitchell Hodak, Laura Chung coming in, Matt McIntyre. There's Emmanuel Hartnett. I see Fitzwater, Dylan Young, Zach Winkle, Phil Parker, and Nathan Orman coming off pit road, as is Trent Dunham. Jessica Shelton coming off pit road. So is Alex Miller. So pit stops happening on lap number 45 at Bristol Motor Speedway. So we know for sure they will top off. So we know for sure they've all topped off the tanks and making a run to the finish at Bristol Motor Speedway. So we'll be back for the restart right after this. Just as you were joining us, green flag back out here. Seth Cole is the lead car in the top pack, but it's not the leader of the race here. That is now the 12 car. Well, was the 12 car. Here comes Nathan Hudson. Low side looking for the lead. He's got it going in turn number 1. The lap car's holding up the high lane of the racetrack here as now Hudson goes to the lead. Here comes Bryce Egan, the 42 car, to the low side for the lead position. A pair of Pontiacs going at it right now and bring in the Jeff Gordon colors. That's Caleb Fogler in the 24 car, and along with Colin Cropley in the 15. Can Cropley make it 2 in a row? We'll find out. Cropley's in the All-Star race by virtue of that win at Darlington. And Colt Deaver, a former series champion himself, right there to the left side. Whoa! Fogler just about lost it off turn number 2. But managed to keep the handle, and he Keeps on digging right now. So as Deaver goes by, I almost said Deegan. I almost said that. Jesus. Anyway, but the Deaver goes by him right now, and so is Hudson. Here comes Eric Monaco in that number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet. And Destin Bowen, who was leading on race road, he's now dropped to 7th position. Seth Cole, I was getting ready to mention, is a lap down. He's in 37th position. Oh, he and Poteet got together right there. Poteet now battling with Joshua Osborne. Osborne wins that battle off turn number 2. Pair of Kentuckians going in right there. Poteet from western end of Kentucky and Osborne from the southeastern end of Kentucky. Joshua right now matching his car number in 8th position. Cole Deaver's dropping back a bit now. 20 laps remaining in the Food City 500 in what has been a fast-paced and calm race for a Bristol race, I will say, in this series for sure. And right now it's Bryce Egan, your leader. 2nd position is Colin Cropley, trying to get past the 42 machine, trying to close up on the 42 at least. But Egan is caught up behind some lap traffic in the form of Reggie Fogelman in the 17 car and the 81 of JT Bryant. Egan gets by Fogelman. What a feather that would be in Bryce Egan's cap if he is in his 6th start in this series overall. And could possibly, in about 17 laps, get his first ever win. But he's now caught up on the high side. Here comes Fogelman. Here comes Cropley for the top spot. Looks low, but Egan throws the block on the 15 machine. And those two better not be looking in the rearview mirrors now, because here comes that 24 car of Caleb Fogler and the 43 car of Nathan Hudson. Cropley says go. Egan says no. 15 laps remaining now. Laps at Bristol, as I also need to mention, the laps there at Bristol do not take very long at all. 15 seconds a lap. Reggie Fogelman, 3rd car down. Again, he's a lap down. He's in 36th position. He is currently right now 1 lap down. 35 cars remain on the lead lap. And here comes Nathan Hudson, the 43 car, and the 24 of Caleb Fogler. Two of the most iconic numbers of all in NASCAR. The 43 and the 24, as the 43 currently holds that spot right now. And Egan under fire again from Cropley. Here comes Cropley to the low side for the top spot for the lead. And give it to Cropley. As he takes the lead now, with coming to 11 laps remaining. But here comes Egan, a crossover to the left side, a slide job. Cropley led the lap, but Egan says, no way. I want to win this race. And Cropley says, over my dead body you will. And Cropley goes back to the low side again. 10 laps to go at Bristol. And Nathan Hudson waiting to evade if something happens between the front 2 cars. Hudson could win his 2nd possibly if he can get past Cropley. Now he gets past Egan. You got to take your head off the Bryce Egan. What a race he's driving today at Bristol. Don't count him out just yet, because he may still get back up there, possibly. He's right behind Fogelman. He could use that 17 car. If he can get by him quickly, which he may try to going in turn number 3. Gets down, he's got him. He's got Caleb Fogler behind him. And where did Joshua Osborne come from in that number 8 car? He's up to 5th. Fogler now low side for the top spot for 2nd position. He's got it now, and he'll try to bring Osborne with him. And Colin Cropley, meantime, has checked out. He is over 1 second ahead of the pack. And that time by completes lap number 70. We're down to 5 laps remaining here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Colin Cropley, who dominated at Darlington, may have stole one at Bristol, possibly. Let's see what happens off the fourth turn. He's got 4 to go right now. He is a second and 6/10 of a second back, ahead, I should say, of the second place car. He's probably got her on cruise control. He's got the radio on. He's got the air conditioning going on. He's probably got everything going on here at Bristol. Colin Cropley, the number 15 Ford Quality Care Motorcraft Ford, who had a lackluster first 4 races of the season. They did some testing, and the test results, as you saw at Darlington, definitely showed, and he has quickly paid dividends for that number 15 team, and he is on his way to maybe his second victory of the season, barring any problems, as the white flag waves over car number 15. Colin Cropley has 0.533 miles left to go, less than that now. He will not pull that 81 car. JT Bryant in the turns 3 and 4 he comes, and make it 2 in a row for Colin Cropley. He wins the Food City 500 at Bristol. Second place will go to Destin Bowen. He holds off Joshua Osborne for second. Osborne third. Caleb Vogler comes home fourth. And Nathan Hudson comes home in fifth. Sixth position will go to Eric Monaco. There's your winner, Colin Cropley. Your winner here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Seventh goes to Joshua Sakuli. Matt McIntyre comes home eighth, so he finally finishes in that Olive Garden car. Ninth goes to Bryce Egan, and 10th position goes to Daniel Voiles. And Ali Liara about ready to turn Seth Cole around, coming on pit road. I don't know what that was all about. Margin of victory. Look at the margin of victory. 1.9 seconds and an average speed of 111.797 miles an hour. So there's your finishing order here today. Here we gave you the top 10 already. Alex Miller drove all the way back to finish 11th position. A fine drive by the number 33 Skull Bandit team. Mitchell Hodak, a good day for him. 12th position for the Meineke team. Keith Batson dropped to 13th. Dylan Poteet 14th. Michael Turner comes home 15th. Cole Deaver 16th. Ali Liara, who led the early portion race, finishes in 17th position. Disappointing run for Ali for sure. I will say that, considering she led a lot of laps, but pit stops and, track position basically just dropped her back big time. 18th goes to Zachary Fitzwater. 19th to Carson Gunn, matching his car number. 20th goes to Phil Parker. Then 21st to Eric Sadler. 22nd, Ryan Brommer. 23rd, Quentin Moore. Laura Chung, 24th. Dylan Young, 25th. Jessica Shelton, 26th. Then Nathan Orman, 27th. And Kat Betson rounds up the top 28. Then 29th goes to Trent Dunham. Alex Hawkins, 30th. 31st, Zach Winkle. Then 31st, Emmanuel Hartnett. Paul Minnick, 32nd, or 33rd, I should say. Hartnett, 32nd. Paul Minnick, 33rd. Wyatt Quayle, 34th. JT Bryant was the last one to finish on the lead lap in 35th position. The cars finished a lap down. Reggie Fogelman, Seth Cole, and Kyle Matthews. So that is your finishing order here at Bristol Motor Speedway here. No cars out of the race here. No cars out of the race. Amazingly enough, and we had one caution period, and that was just for a spin off turn number 2. So for all intents and purposes, for a Bristol race, very, very quiet. And a great day at Bristol Motor Speedway, especially if you're Colin Cropley, who wins the Food City 500, his second win in a row. Could he go for 3 in a row at North Wilkesboro? We'll find out when that race happens. So for now, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel, the channel you're watching right now. We got everything on the channel. We got in our races. We got gaming videos. We got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series and Duracell Ultra Light Series, the 2 main series he has on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of either the Duracell Cup Series or Duracell Ultra Light Series, or both, be sure to get with Seth. Be sure to get with Seth, and he will get you going on that. Also, for other channels from our NNSCRA community, be sure to check out some other channels from them. including We the Coasters there. If you are a roller coaster slash amusement park fanatic, then check out the We the Coasters channel. That's a channel that's done. That's a channel from both. That's a channel from Dylan Young and Kyle Matthews. So be sure to subscribe to that channel if you're a roller coaster slash amusement park fanatic as well too. And also, as again, subscribe to this channel as well too. The watching your subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel, the channel you're watching right now. So that will do it here today here at Bristol Motor Speedway. For now, it's James Walsh. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at North Wilkesboro Speedway for the first Union 400.